If you like a vintage look, here's an option you can try. Use one of the white stools and you're going to, again, take off all the plastic. I'm going to remove those black feet at the bottom. Then you want to go to your local thrift store and find a tray that you love, something that really speaks to you. I found this silver tray. I thought it was adorable. And the only criteria that you need to have is the tray needs to be wider than your stool for this project. But it's so easy to put this together. All you have to do is add a little bit of E6000 to the top of your tray and then place your tray on top. Let it dry for 24 hours and then the next day you can style it in your home. It makes a great side table. Now let's say there's a project you want to create with this stool, but the base is bigger than what you want to put on top. You're going to have to remove that top portion. And that's what happened for this next project that I wanted to make. So I used my angle grinder to cut where the top portion meets the legs because it's only attached in those 4 corners. And then on the last one, I kind of just pulled it off and it came off really easily, but that took care of removing the top. If you have a piece of furniture with drawers in it, hold on to those drawers because they make really cool vintage tabletops. I had this one side table that I was going to be replacing with something else and it had this gorgeous drawer inside. It looked very vintage, very old, and I kept the drawer and that's what I'm gonna be using to put as the top here. So what you wanna do with your drawer is just clean it up, get all of the dust off of it, and then you're simply going to add E6000 to the top of your legs and then place your drawer on top, let it dry completely, and then you can style it with plants or you can put decorative items around your house. I just love the vintage look to this piece. Not only can you use these tables for so many different side tables, they also make really great plant stools. If you have a white one, I would remove those rubber pieces off the bottom, or you could always spray paint them white, but you can put them out in your home. Just add on some of your favorite planters. Let me show you how I DIY'd this planter. If your Dollar Tree happens to have a Dollar Tree Plus section, you've probably already seen these $5 planters. They're really large, they're thick, they're gonna be perfect, and I saw this one, picked it up, and thought it'd be great for a DIY. Another item from Dollar Tree you're gonna need for this DIY is a trowel. They have these out in the spring section right now. You're also going to need some spackling. Now, this is something you can pick up at Dollar Tree. I actually have it in a large tub from Lowe's. I find that I use it for a lot of projects, so it's easier for me to get it in a larger tub. Now, what you're gonna do is you're going to start by getting some spackling out on the back side of your trowel. Then you're gonna take your trowel and press it onto the side of your planter, pulling it down to create the shape of a petal. You're gonna start at the top and do a layer all the way around. Now, I did this on those natural lines that are formed in the shape of my planter. After I got all the way around, I came down and I did another layer in between the petals I had created. Now, since this was on an area that was kind of at a point, I wasn't able to do a full petal. So I kind of had these smaller petals in between my larger petals, but I like the way that that looked. Every 1 or 2 times that you create a petal, you're going to need to get more spackling on the back of your knife so that they create a really consistent look. Now, after I did the second layer, I went down to my next layer and continued to add petals until I got to the bottom. Now, as you get to the bottom, you may have to flip your pot upside down and add additional petals. Now, you want to let this dry completely overnight when you're done. When I came back in the next day, I sanded it down a little bit with some sandpaper along the edges. That way, if you have any rough edges or anything that looks like joint compound, it's gonna be completely taken care of with this sandpaper. This is really easy to do, so just do it lightly all around the edges. Now, you can leave it natural. I decided I wanted to paint mine. On the outside, I used a beige texture spray. And then on the inside, I just sprayed it with a light beige color. I wasn't sure if you were going to be able to see this once I put in a plant, but I wanted to make sure that I covered that just because you could see some of that spackling along the top. So once I had everything spray painted, I let that dry and I styled it in my house with a plant that I had from IKEA. These plant stools are also great for outside. I just had to show you guys this. Now, this stool video I filmed a couple of weeks ago. I'm now shopping again at Dollar Tree, and I just came across a stool topper that looks wood. It's not really wood, but if you're not wanting to do all these DIYs, you could just pick this one up, and this one's only $5. Hey guys, I'm Liz, and you're watching my second DIY channel where I post daily DIY videos. You may be familiar with my main channel, Liz Fenwick DIY, but I'm glad that you found me over here on my second channel. Make sure that you're subscribed so you just get notified every day when I post our daily DIY video.